Hey, 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 hey. All right.
Potty.
Yes. All right. So I hope you guys are body rolling in your seats. We are here because we are super excited. Every time I do that, I got to grab the mic. Super excited.
Yes,
Um,
you are. It's true.
it's true. It's also important that when I'm singing, Stephanie does not sing because the vocal quality is not the same. And she's not going to be out here showing me up. So thank you for letting me have my.
You got
I had it. But y'all, Stephanie is the one that can sing.
Rashida's the one who can dance.
We all have talents, but that's not it. All right. Today we're talking about Exodus Summit. And my computer's made no noise all day. And the minute I go live, all the programs are popping and locking.
Yes. All right. So in case you didn't know, it's Exodus Summit season. This is the time of year when you should be getting yourself ready for the next season, right? The next part of your life.
Yes.
So it's Exodus Summit season, and we're here to tell you a little bit more, drop a few more hints, a little breadcrumbs about what you can be expecting in Exodus Summit 2022.
Okay, so first, let's start with the basics because every time we do this, we get some of the same questions over again. And I know it's because you're new to us and we assume you guys know things, and some people don't. Some people are new. So Exodus Summit is awesome. Let's start there, right? Exodus Summit is something that Stephanie and I created in 2020 to help Black women move abroad or take sabbaticals. And our first year, we heard from people who have already moved abroad or taken sabbaticals or done some long-term traveling or traveled in a very specific situation that we thought could be helpful to the women in our audience. And so we talked through that things. The next year, that was 2021, homecoming, we had women who attended our 2020 summit come and talk to our audience about the changes they made and what they did in order to move abroad within the last year. Between watching the summit and the next year, September one year and September of the next year, they made the move and they talked about what they learned in the summit that helped them move, to kind of help you hone in on what information was really helpful for them and what they used to do that.
That's right.
This year, 2022, we're talking about money. Because in every expat group I'm in, all the time, people are always like, how do I get the money to do what you're talking about? So this year we're talking about how you, as a Black woman in America or anywhere, I see someone coming from Canada, hey, build wealth, how you get the money to make the moves you want to make, and how you get a stream of income that can continue to support yourself even when you're abroad. So this is not we'll get a higher paying job, so right? Because boom, done, right? Like, okay. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about different streams of income that you can bring with you, streams of income that you can use at the same time, things you can do in different places to get it all working for you.
That's right.
Exodus Summit has always been virtual. I don't know, but it's always going to be virtual. But right now, child, 2020, 2021, and 2022 are virtual summits. So someone asked last time about like, what about the travel expenses? And I'm like, there are no travel expenses because you can do it from wherever you are.
Never.
Your home, your couch, your bed, the coffee shop, your auntie's plastic covered sofa because you got to be there with the kids that weekend. Whatever you got to do, you can do it with us.
Yeah.
A word of warning, in 2020, a large number of our women, by like middle of day one, were like, fuck that job. We like, and not, now some quit.
Yes.
We love it when people quit their job. If it's not serving you, we love it when they quit. But a lot of people were like, I plan on doing no work for the rest of the week because I'll be watching the summit. I think a good majority of the people who are watching the summit just watched the summit and gave their bosses 0 in the labor category. That was 0 labor. There was a lot of they were like, I look like I'm working, but my headphones are on. All right, like I look like I'm working. This year it's on a weekend.
It's on the weekend. Yes.
And you ain't even got to fool nobody.
Mhm.
3 days, October 8th through 10th. And the 10th is a Monday, but it is a holiday of some sort. Veteran?
Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day.
I'm working on do not listen. Take the day off. You deserve Indigenous Peoples Day off.
That's right.
Take it off.
That's right.
So take it off, hang out with us. All 3 days, we're going to have sessions that if you listen, if you pay attention, and if you're interested in pursuing, they're going to change your life.
That's right.
Hands down. All right, take it away.
That's right. Take notes. There's a process to getting what you need from Exodus Summit. I'm sorry, it's because I'm on Facebook, I think. There's a process to getting what you need from Exodus Summit, okay? You have to get your ticket, all right? Then you need to block some time off. You need to block that weekend off so that you can be there and engage and participate. And then third, you need to actually come to the sessions, right? You need to come to the sessions prepared, take notes, bring questions, ask questions, right? This is not a summit where you're going to be like inspired to do things, but have no clue how to do it, right? This is the kind of summit where our speakers are coming in to tell you how to do this thing. And so you need to be ready to take your notes, ready to ask your questions so that you can go ahead and get some stuff started, get some stuff underway.
Right.
So 3-step process. You got to get your tickets.
3-step process. Take the notes, take the action afterwards, right? Like if you take the action, you will have more money. I don't even know what else to say. Like Stephanie and I, we met earlier before this, and we were both like, okay, we've committed not only to doing some of the sessions. We're of course going to attend them because we're going to be there in all of them, but also attend, like, I'm going to do, this is a thing I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out how to do this. I'm going to figure out, and not just, I'm not going to attend it. I'm going to figure out how to make money doing it. So I've committed myself. We're going to talk about the sessions later, but in a certain number of sessions, I've said, I'm going to figure out how to make money by doing this. I'm going to go to the session. I'm going to learn everything I can from this person. If it's not enough, it's enough to get started. But if I feel like I need more, I'm going to find more, but I'm going to make money doing this, right? Now, most of our sessions are an hour long. So they're not, just to be honest, they're not going to be the end all be all. Like, we're not teaching you how to code, right? It's hours. We got an hour with these speakers, right? But we're going to give you the basics of what you need to know to move forward. Like our, oh, wait.
What did we say? Oh.
Wow. You would be pleased to know.
Funny you should say that.
We believe in accountability groups.
We believe in it.
And so there will be accountability groups for the sessions this year.
That's right. That's right. So accountability groups are like one of the main indicators. They have to be. I'm making this up. I don't have a real statistic, but I think having an accountability partner has to be the main indicator that you're going to have success in this thing. If you're trying to do something different, do something new, having accountability partners has got to be the easiest way to predict who's going to get it and who's not going to get it. Yeah. Accountability partners include people who are a few steps ahead, right? And people who are right with you, who can keep you on track when you have other people saying, girl, this is ridiculous. Why would you do that?
Your accountability partners are going to be like, oh no, girl. Okay, so I found the cheat code, right? Your accountability partners, in a lot of the places where Black women are around the globe, there are people who are like, there are Black women who are saying, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Exodus. The accountability groups from Exodus 2021, right? Our Playa group, there was an accountability group from last year, and so many of them actually made it to Playa del Carmen that finally they were like, we don't need the group anymore. Everybody's here. We're all here. So there's no need for an accountability group. And so that's what we want for you. We want you at the end of this to say, oh, we all making money, right? Like if one of our sessions, we've talked about this before, is about Airbnb in your home, right? So we want you all to be able to say like, Oh no, we all on Airbnb now. We all on VRBO. We all make them like we don't need an accountability group right now because we made connections in our network. We understand when we have questions, we can ask them in the groups going forward. And like, we know how to do this. And when our friends are like, ew, strangers in your house, it's me. I'm a you strangers in your house person, but ew, strangers in your house, you could ignore them because the girls in your accountability group know Pam said all we need to do is X, Y, and Z because Pam got them answers for you. Pam got them answers for you, right?
She does.
She does. So that's like, this is what you get when you come to the summit. And we're really, really excited about this for you guys.
Yes. We love doing this. Okay. So exodussummit.com is where you go to get your tickets. All right. If you're watching this live, hello. All right. If you're watching the replay of this, hello. The numbers I'm about to quote you may have changed. Okay. If you're watching the replay. All right. Today, the prices are $39 for the weekend pass.
Today's September 5th.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. Yes.
Today is the last day for these prices.
Last day. Today. End of the day. Got to end of the day.
Okay. Today is the last day for these prices. Weekend pass is $39. That gives you access to every session. Okay. It gives you access to all of the summit sessions. It gives you access to accountability groups. It gives you access to replays for the sessions for 4 weeks.
Until November 21st.
That's better. Thank you. November 21st. Access to the replays of all sessions until November 21st. Okay. That is the weekend pass, which today is $39. Price increases tomorrow. All right. For the all access pass, the price today is $197. Okay. That gives you access to all sessions. It gives you access to the accountability groups. It gives you access to replays for 1 full year. This is important because these sessions and these teachers are coming in to teach you specifically how to do things, how to get started with things. Some of these sessions you're going to want to come back to. Not every session, right? We don't want you finding 18 different new sources of income. Okay. I don't care. Nobody. Okay. Right. But whichever sessions are important to you, you're going to want to come back to those sessions. So the all access pass gives you access to 1 year of replays. Okay. If you're brand new to the Exodus Summit world, I think one of the other good benefits of the all access pass is that it gives you access to replays from the previous summits, where we talked about the specifics of taking a sabbatical or of moving abroad that we're not covering this time, right? We're not covering this time. We're covering only the money, right? So if you need to know, like, how do I get a sabbatical? How do I take a sabbatical? Like, how do I actually plan a sabbatical? Roshida has a session on that. If you have questions about
life in Africa, right?
Missions, specific locations. We have a bunch of sessions on different regions around the world where Black women have moved to and are living in and thriving in. If you want some details on what's life like in Africa, what's life like in the Middle East, what is life like for Black women in Central America, Mexico, the Caribbean, right? We have sessions that can give you that information, but you're going to need the replays to get access to those. So that's the difference. The all access pass at $197 gives you access to previous year sessions, gives you a whole host of bonuses. Host of bonus courses like house sitter school, like a discount on From Burnout to Bliss. If you want further group coaching, if you let me tell you, group coaching, it really, like, it's the cheat code, right? It's the difference maker. So if you want From Burnout to Bliss, there's a discount that the all access pass holders get on From Burnout to Bliss, right? So there's a host of bonuses that you're going to get with the all access pass. And remember, you're getting access to the previous year's replays and you're getting access to this year's replays for longer, for a full year. Okay. So, but these prices, the $39 and the $197, today is the last day. All right. No, today is not. Wait a minute. We're both confused.
The last day is the 12th for the prices.
September 12th, next Monday. We gave you an extra week.
Yes. What goes away today is the early bird. No, you take it. I can't say the words. You go for it.
The early bird bonus goes away today. I'm so confused. All right. I'm excited. The early bird bonus goes away today. Okay. So the early bird bonus this year is a book from Trisha Hersey. Anybody here know the NAP ministry? Anybody here follow the NAP ministry on any social media platform? The NAP ministry's message to Black women in particular is that rest is a divine right? Rest is resistance. And so Trisha Hersey, who is the NAP bishop, the founder of the NAP ministry, has a book that's coming out October 11th called Rest is Resistance, a manifesto. Our bonus for you, if you register for Exodus Summit and the All Access Pass by today, end of day, is that we're going to send you the book. We're going to send you that book. This is how important this is to us.
You can get a physical copy of the book if you are in the US or Canada.
Yes.
If you're not in the US or Canada, you will get a digital copy of the book. Blessings, beloved.
Yes. Thank you.
You might be getting an email update about that because we get to twizzle some things around.
That's right. Right. Or if you're in the US and Canada and you want the digital copy anyway.
Yes, you can get a digital copy. Anyone can get a digital copy. We just can't ship books everywhere. We found out.
No. All right. So that goes away today at the end of the day today. All right. So if you want the All Access Pass and you want the bonus, get that today. All right. I would register today anyway because the prices go up next week. If you forget, right, mess around and forget to register this week, prices are up. Prices are up next week. We've set this summit up. We have set this summit up so that even if only one session in the whole summit is helpful for you, it's worth the money. It's worth the ticket. There's no session in this summit where you can't make back $200, $300, $400 and beyond. Not one session.
We are not bringing in people who are going to teach you to make $5, right? Or spend like 20 hours to make $5. That's not what we're doing.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. We're not. We're talking about the things that people frequently talk about when they, on Facebook, if you guys are in expat groups or like future expat groups, every once in a while someone comes in a group and they're like, what do y'all do to live abroad, right? We're bringing in people who do the things that are in the what do y'all do? How are y'all financing this? We're bringing in people who are doing those things so that you too can figure out how to make portable money, right? We don't need stationary money. We need portable money. That's right. Stephanie needs yacht money. So she needs portable money in a big amount, right? So we're working on yacht money for Stephanie.
Thank you.
So, that's what we're doing. All right. So I've got a couple things I wanted to touch on.
Questions. So Teresa says today. No, go ahead.
I thought
you were looking for something and I was going to have time.
I was ready, but I'll let you go. I have a couple more. I'll let you go after this. So yes. So Sonia is in Jalisco and the accountability group is what made the difference, right? You can write down all the notes, whatever, but if you're the kind of person that needs somebody else to be like, you look at the notes again, girl. Right? You need the accountability groups. And so we're really happy to do those again this year. One more thing about the accountability groups before I let Stephanie go ahead. You can join the accountability groups if you have to watch the replay. The accountability groups will be set up. We will have, I think the way this is going to work this year is that the accountability groups will be organized by people who have the All Access Pass, but everyone who attends will be able to join.
That's right. Everyone.
Right. So if you want to be a leader of an pause, we're not leading nothing.
No, indeed.
If you're new here, we're not leading accountability groups. We both
don't have the
summit.
We can't.
We're not. So if you're the kind of person that's like, I want to be an accountability group and I want to be the leader, the All Access Passes for you, because that's how we're going to organize people. Anyone can join who attends, even if you're not there live. And someone asked, I think it was Kat from Rebloom Room, asked if we're building new accountability groups or if we're going to be the same ones as last year. The ones from last year were location based, but these are going to be like the type of money you want to earn. So the Airbnb one will have a group if someone wants to start one for the Airbnb group. So if no one wants to start one for the group, for the topic in question, there's no group. Like, this is all up to y'all, right?
Somebody will.
Somebody will. Somebody will. And then I saw y'all talking about accountability groups for married people. Y'all gonna have to do that on your own. And specifically, like outside of the summit, because men aren't allowed in the that was very heterosexist of me, but men aren't allowed in the accountability groups for these sessions.
No.
So if your partner is male, you cannot add them to the group, and they also shouldn't show up during the sessions unless like you've already cleared that with the whole group. We had that happen a couple times last year, and it gets a little, people don't like when women are expecting to only see women, they don't like, now there's a man in their face. Especially, I think last year there was a vocal man. I think that's what was going on. There was a very,
you know how they do.
You don't even go here, dog. Like, come here telling people what to do. Well, you weren't invited to the party. So yes, married ladies, I see y'all talking about accountability groups. You're on your own. Good luck. God bless. And I see you guys saying you're going to do it on your own. I appreciate you. We're not going to stop you. We're just not, it's not going on our roster of groups, probably. Okay. Steph, take it away.
The question was money 197. I'm scrolling. I'm sorry. I was supposed to have held on to the question. Layla, no, that wasn't a question. I'm sorry. It was a question about money and pricing.
While you look for that, I'm having more questions. You look for it.
Okay.
Okay. Jones Paper Emporium says, does it start on the 7th or the 8th? The website says the 7th. Okay. So Jones, you might be new here. Every year we do the same thing, and we give y'all kind of not really confusing dates, but it's just, we be doing a lot, y'all. Okay. Anyhow, the days of a summit are the 8th, 9th, and the 10th. 8th, 9th, and 10th. On the 7th, we always do this. We always have an opening little evening thing on the 7th. What time does it start? I don't know. Who's going to be there? I don't know. But Stephanie and I will be there, right? On the 7th in the evening sometime. Whose evening? East Coast evening.
Yes.
Time. At some point, we will be live. Kind of just to welcome you guys, tell you anything you need to know. Something like this, where we're like, hey, if there are any changes, we'll let you know. Anything you need to know, we'll tell you. And so it's just kind of like a little welcome session, a little icebreaker welcome session.
Yeah.
So yes, there are events happening on the 7th, but girl, I don't know.
But not a session like where you're going to learn move abroad money, right? Not that. Okay. So if you're not available on the 7th, no problem.
That's fine. You don't need to bring a notebook on the 7th.
You'll be all right. No.
Yes.
No.
Did you find it?
No, I'm sorry. Someone asked a pricing question, but I hope we covered it. So what changes today is not the price. What changes today is the bonus goes away today.
Yes.
Okay. The price doesn't change until next week. The 12th. Price changes on the 12th. After the 12th. So 12th is the last day for this price.
Yes. Igami says, I have the weekend pass, but is there a way that I can upgrade to the all access pass? Yes. You can email us at hello@exodussummit.com. Yes. I'll drop that in YouTube stuff.
All right. Thank you. All right. So if you have the weekend pass already and you already know you want to upgrade to the all access pass, you can do that. We'll apply that. We'll give you a coupon to apply the first purchase to the second purchase. Our email address is hello@exodussummit.com. Also, actually, I don't think I've sent an email to you to tell you that. So I need to send everybody an email to tell them that as well. Yes. Yeah, because we already know, like, because this is our 3rd year hosting the summit, we already know you're going to want to upgrade, right? It's just what happens. Once you get even like once you see a session, you're like, oh, I do actually need access to this session for a year. It's okay to go ahead and upgrade now.
Yes. Wanda Sue asks if you get to attend all sessions for $39. You get to attend all the core sessions. There will be some bonus working sessions. Right now we have 2 planned. Mm-hmm. And no, we're not going to tell you about them yet. You got to trust us. Okay, so I know that for new people, you might be like, "There's a lot of information not giving us yet." We're nailing down all the things, right? But for the people who know us, they know these bonus sessions are worth it, right? So the bonus session you can't attend unless you get the all access pass, but you can attend the core sessions for $39. So all the different topics. The bonus sessions are usually an extension of one of the core topics, going into it in more depth. So say, for example, this is not it. And I think our speaker is here. So hey girl, hey, if you're here. But say we have our virtual sexy talk. A bonus session, this is not what it's going to be, but a bonus session could be like how to get your feet looking the way they need to look to make the most money. Like what colors are popping, what lighting to get, like toe ring or no toe ring. That that is an example. It's not going to be the bonus session this year, y'all, but that is an example. And if our speaker is here, hi. I saw you in here earlier, but that could be a bonus. That's an example of what a bonus session could be, and what the best way to describe it from what we did in the past. So Libria Jones, our first year, did a talk about getting remote work. And then she did another, I think a 90-minute talk later on, maybe 2 hours, maybe longer, about in-depth how to do the job search, what to look for, how to do the keywords, that kind of thing. So it's the same kind of thing this year. Let's talk about it now. We'll pick 2 of our most popular, no, we can't talk about it yet. We'll talk about it in a second. Our most popular talks, and then we'll ask our speakers to go in depth into more of it. So I think it's time.
It's time to announce.
To announce. Okay, we're going to announce more, not more speakers, but more sessions, more session topics. And what I want you to do when we're done announcing, so you don't type anything now, but when you're done announcing, tell us there are more we're not telling you everything today because we're still working on some things.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you a lot of the ones we know. We want you to tell us which one of those topics you want to ball out on. Which one of the topics you're like, give me all the information, don't leave anything on the table. Which is the topic that you're like, I need the regular session and the bonus session for that topic, and we'll see if we can make those bonus sessions, right? It's like we really want to make sure this is a summit that helps you, right? Like we don't there's no other reason for us to do this. No. So we talk about, we'll give you the list now.
Yeah.
Then when we're done giving you the list of all the topics, yes, Patty says so it's like a 2.0 deeper dive. Yes, it's a deeper dive on the topic. You tell us what you want a deeper dive on. All right, Stephanie, I throw it to you. You start drinking.
Saturday, I may have spilled the beans. Saturday, I talked about a session that I think is going to be helpful for so many of us. This is a session on taxes for expats. Okay, so I know this is not necessarily about making money, but this is about the move abroad money. There's a lot of myths out there, like if you're out of the country for X number of days, you don't even have to file taxes. Not true, right? Or or like, should you move to a different, less expensive state before you move abroad so that your tax burden is less? I don't know, right? So we have a tax expert coming in talking about taxes for expats and taxes for people who are out in the world, right? Who are bopping around remotely or who live abroad, right? I think this is an important session. This is a session that may not make you cash, but it can save you a whole bunch of cash. It can save you a whole bunch of dough going forward. Yes. Okay. So we are talking taxes for expats.
We're talking, we mentioned this a couple. I'm going to go back to the ones we've already told you about. We're talking about.
No,
you want to know new ones only?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about those later. Okay. I'm so excited.
She's very excited. We're talking about subscriptions and memberships for creators. So if you are a creator of anything, even if you're not a creator, but if you have some kind of program, if you have a thought in your head that you want to share with an audience, either in a monthly like newsletter subscription or a monthly like blog subscription, a membership, this is a session for you. Like this is a way to kind of create community sometimes for some people who want communities related to their work. And it's also there's a way that our speaker does it where there's no community involved. It's a subscription, but there's no community, so she doesn't have to manage a community. And I think this is a beautiful add-on to people who are already creating content. A subscription can put a lot more money in your pocket.
Yes. Yeah, some content, whether you're already a content creator or you just want to be, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking how to monetize, how to use a subscription model to make the money, right? We have a session on teaching your thing online, all right? And we're not talking only about, so you can teach a regular school subject, right? Maybe you are an English teacher or a history teacher or something, right? But also maybe you know how to bake. Maybe you know how to do fire hoop dancing, right? Maybe you know how to do something and somebody on the internet would love for you to teach them this thing online.
Our speaker who's coming has a student. How did you say there was like 30? Is it 30 was the number?
At least more than 20. I thought it was 20 something. Yeah.
Between 30 and 20. Too many ways to cook an egg. And so each day he just taught someone a new way to cook an egg. And I was like, okay, that sounds silly. But she was like, he made so much money. So much. I think it was like her top paid student.
One of her best
earners was how to cook eggs. And not like a big egg course, but like today we're talking about boiling an egg. And now some of y'all are laughing and some of y'all are like, yeah, girl, I can't boil an egg. Right? And the idea of taking a class might sound kind of silly on like how to boil an egg, but that man making money. And if he's making money teaching people how to boil an egg and fry an egg and all the other egg, scramble egg, all the other egg stuff you can do, you can make money doing whatever it is you know how to do. Mm-hmm. Showing people how to do whatever. Do you knit? Do you mop? Like what do you do? Mm-hmm. You can make money teaching people how to do the things. An egg.
That's right. He's not Gordon Ramsay.
No.
I don't think. She didn't say he was Gordon Ramsay.
I feel like you would have told us.
A person who knows 30 ways to cook an egg. And thanks to her, knows how to set up a platform to teach that to people.
Eggs. Every day was a new way to cook an egg. And we were like, huh. I think she said he made like, it was an outrageous number of them. I don't think she told us the exact amount, but it sounded like it was a lot of money for eggs. In his first month. That's what it was. In his very first month, he blew people out of the water.
That's right.
That boy cooking eggs on camera. All right now. What can you do on camera?
So if you're considering already, if you're already thinking about like, I do a thing, I know how to do a thing. I just don't know how to make money teaching people how to do the thing.
Wanda Sue is a soap and candle maker. Oh. If you could teach me how to make candles in my home,
girl, yes.
You know we can't. I'd be there.
Rashida's candle budget is
my candle collection. I have 2 big crates of candles right now. I should learn how to make them. I should. Wanda Sue, we have to talk about this.
Yeah.
All right. We have people talking about this thing that comes up all the time, getting into tech. Mm-hmm. A lot of tech jobs are remote, which is one reason that we're looking at this. A lot of people, a lot of tech companies are allowing their employees to stay remote forever. And so we're talking to people about like how you can get a job in tech. And this, like I said, isn't going to be the technical, well, first you turn on your computer and then you open this Claudezilla program and you spend 6 years learning. No, it's like, how do you best position who you are to get a job, who you are and what you know how to do to get into this field. Some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know. I used to be in tech. I broke into tech by doing the exact same thing I did for a non-tech company, for a tech company, exact same thing. It was actually less work. The exact same thing. But a tech company was like, we want to do this. And I was like, oh, I know how to do that. And you're going to pay me more money than I was making before? Okay. And then when they went out of business, because, you know, sometimes they go out of business. But when they went out of business, they paid me enough money that I was like, okay, I'm going back to work. Bye. Right? My origin story in a nutshell. But that, you know, like, we're not saying you have to become a programmer. You have to do something like a program manager. We're saying, how do you take the skills that you already have, position yourself to work for a tech company, if that's what you want to do. I'm not, for people out here who act like working in tech is the best thing smoking, and I'm not one of those people, right? Like, I've been there, I've done that. Yikes, right? But if that's what you want to do, we're going to talk to people who can help you get there.
Yes. Some of these tech companies pay you in a way that you could.
You don't have to love it.
Work for a little while and then just be out.
You don't have to love it. There was a time where I was like, I would force myself to do 30 minutes of work a day. I would be like, I hate them so much. And I was like, just sit down and respond to emails 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. And I was making bags and bags of cash for 30 minutes a day of work. Now, I'm not like my situation, like I said, they're going out of business. Nobody was there. Nobody was doing any work. Situation was different. But I know a lot of people who were in tech who ain't doing jobs much different from what you're doing right now, right? It's a different employer, right? Like, they need HR people, they need lawyers, which is how I ended up there. They need accountants, they need all the other people.
Yes.
Sometimes the work structure, like where you can work, and the pay just happens to be different because sometimes they have bags of cash and they don't know what to do with it.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Okay. In switching, right, to another like way of making money, we have a session on starting a business abroad, like starting an actual business on the ground. So this is something that some of you dream of, moving to another country and starting a business in that other country, right? Our speaker is running a coffee business in East Africa, in Tanzania, right? She left Atlanta, moved to Tanzania, started a coffee business in Tanzania. Because some of you envision and dream about this because of an existing skill set that you have that you think you could take somewhere else, but you just don't know the logistics of how would it work? How would it actually work? So she's going to talk about the process for her. She's going to talk about how that helped her get how being a business owner in another country can often help you get residency. It's often a path to residency in a country where otherwise you may not be able to stay very long. So we're talking about starting a business in another country, not an online business that you could start from anywhere, but how to actually start a local business in your new home, in your new country. All right. Any other session we're looking forward to? We've told you about taxes for expats. We've talked to you about starting a business in another country. We've talked to you about being a content creator with a subscription model. We've talked to you about teaching online, teaching your thing online, right? Whatever that thing is. It could be an academic thing. It could be completely not academic. We talked about breaking into tech. We haven't talked about remote work specifically.
So Libri is back this year for another remote work session.
Of course.
We bring the queen. If there's a queen in any topic, we bring in her.
Yeah.
And Libri is that girl. So we're going to talk again about finding the right and guys have put it in the comments already, globally remote job for you, right? Some people want, and she talks a lot about that because Liberty knows what it's like to travel long. She traveled for a year with her daughter and a group of people. So she knows what it's like to travel long term and work. And so we're going to talk a bit about finding globally remote jobs that you can do from anywhere. And I think her session, if you want a job, if you want a remote job, her session is one that you should not skip because it's really going to help set you up for that.
That's right.
All right. Stephanie, what are you teaching at the summit?
I'm teaching you how to get clients from YouTube. That's my thing, right? That's what I know how to do. I know how to house it, and I know how to go to YouTube and tell YouTube who I want them to show my videos to, right? I know how to get YouTube to bring me those people, and then I know how to take these viewers, YouTube viewers, and turn them into paying clients. So I'm talking about how to get clients from YouTube. So some of the sessions, right? Some of you are going to start with the sessions from, that these other women are teaching. And then you're going to say, yes, I'm doing that. And then let me add on this session on how to get clients from YouTube over to my business. YouTube is its own. YouTube is like no other platform out there in that once they learn who likes you, they go out and suggest your content to strangers, right? Other platforms don't do that. Instagram, at one point, Instagram did show your work to strangers. Now it hardly does unless it's a Reels and,
Or you paid for an ad.
You pay for ads. That's right. And so YouTube is, because it's a search engine, they know all of our business. They know what we want. They know what we're into. So they know who to go and recommend our work to. So I'm teaching I'm teaching how to get YouTube to get you, right? How to get YouTube to understand you. And then how you convert these viewers into paying customers, into paying clients, how to get actual money, clients from YouTube, not just subscribers. This will help a lot of you who are doing the other sessions or who already have a business in place, and you just need to figure out how to market it. Roshida, what are you teaching?
I am teaching you how to take the things inside your head and make money from them in all the other ways besides course creation, right? Besides course creation, what can you do? Can you write a book, and what does that look like? We might need to get Stephanie's help on that, right? Like, can you create digital products? Whatever things you can do to monetize the stuff you already have, because really that's what we want for you guys. We don't want you having to,
start from zero.
Right. Start from zero, or need a lot of investment, right? Like this is not the kind of thing where we're like, if you have 6 years, you will then make money. We're like, from who you are today, how you show up in the world.
Yeah.
How can you make money tomorrow, right? You are you today. You know what you know today. How can you make money tomorrow? That's what, like, the core of these sessions is what we're trying to get you. We don't want things that are like, if you take this course and then work really hard, you might get a job in a year. Like, that's not what we want to do. We're like, how today do we start? And so that's a lot of what I'm focusing on, taking the knowledge in your head and finding ways to monetize that.
That's right. That's right. Someone today is making money teaching people things or something, teaching people things that you already know how to do. Somebody's already making money from the things that you already know, the skill set you already have. We don't have to start from zero. Mm-mm. I know it seems like it. When you hear other people talk about what they do, it always makes you think, let me go to school and become an epidemiologist so that I can work so that I can go and work in sub-Saharan Africa. No, maybe you have a skill set that can bring you the money. You just need to know how to do it. This is what we're going to learn.
Yeah. Okay. So, and the ones we've talked to you about before are, numbers one we missed.
Did we?
Working remotely, taking your job on the road. Now, this is not necessarily going to be a how to make money. I think this goes into taxes category. It's something that's helpful for you, but it's not necessarily going to show you how to make more money. if you have a job that allows you to go remote, this is going to be a talk about what to do and what not to do and how to manage this job that you can take remote as you travel around, right? Like whatever things you need to know, what do you need to do, what do you need to avoid. So I think it's really important. It's one of the I think there are those two that are only ones that aren't like core money making ones, but are still, we think, really crucial to you as you go on your journey.
That's right. Some of you are in traditionally face-to-face fields that are not doing things face-to-face anymore, right? So how do we capitalize on this? How do we use this to our advantages?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. All right. So we are also talking about, we've talked about this a couple times. Pam is coming to talk about Airbnbs. Pam, her first full year of doing Airbnb made $100,000. Only renting out her place while she was on vacation.
We're not talking about her. She didn't go out and buy an investment property or inherit investment property. This was her home that she lived in with her children. And when they traveled, she put her home on Airbnb, $50,000 the first year.
The first partial year, the first full year, $100,000.
That's right. Right. Okay. So she's going to talk about how to market your home on Airbnb, or how to position your home on Airbnb. She realized that she was hitting a certain market that she didn't even intend to get, right? She was getting a certain type of Airbnb stayer that she forgot that would be financially beneficial, right? So how to position your place on Airbnb. But even more importantly, I think she's talking about how to Airbnb your home without hating the fact that strangers are in your home, right? How to make it so that you don't walk in after an Airbnb guest and be like, this was a freaking mistake, right? Because we want to keep doing it. We want the money. So that's an exciting session.
Yes. And then we're also having a talk. Oh, wait, sorry. Was that me? That was me. I didn't mean to do that. We also have a talk about being a landlord, about doing real estate without being landlord by someone who I think has also been a landlord. So we may talk a little bit about that, but it's also about ways you can do it without being a hands-on management landlord or a landlord at all, right? How to invest in real estate in somewhat non-traditional ways, I would say.
That's right.
We're also let's talk about sex, baby. We're talking to Danny, who you guys might have known from last year, about phone sex.
You don't have to whisper it. Danny is a phone sex operator who says she doesn't put a whole lot of she's not super consistent, right? She said she's made decent money. She's not super consistent about it. She's not, right? She's not go all the time, working all the time, but she's making money, right? That might be very appealing to some of us. Something where you don't have to be, because some of these things you're going to have to like put in focused attention on. For Danny, phone sex has not been a thing that she's had to be like super attentive to, and she's still making money, right? So we're talking about this as a way to get your move abroad money. She's a phone sex operator. When she brought it up last year in the summit was actually about her living in Barbados, right? But when she brought it up last year, you guys let us know that this was something that y'all were interested in. Are we right? Were we right about that? Were we right? Yeah, I think so.
Right. And we have another speaker coming to talk about making money with feet pics. Pictures of your foot, just your feet.
Feet pics.
Nothing else.
That's right.
You don't even got to give them your knee, just your feet. No elbows, just your feet, no face.
Her email to us said, feet pics are great for Black women, ! We were like, okay.
Okay. I think because I joked about feet pics in a live. And she showed up, and I was like, yes. Okay. We're really gonna do this now.
Yes,
All right. And every time we mention it, y'all get hype. Like, if you guys were now, some people are like, we got an email that was like, I am a lady of God. I will not be doing phone sex. And we're like, oh, okay. To everyone.
Yes.
There's not one session you have to go to, right? You don't have to go to all of them. If something offends your sensibilities, you ain't got to go.
You don't have to.
In fact, we invite you not to go instead of going and sitting there offended.
That's right. Because what we're not going to do is talk. We speak to Black women with loving kindness in this community. And what we're not going to do is do that, not do that. Right.
And so I wasn't sure how you guys would respond to the idea of feet pics, but every time I say it, the comments blow up. Every time I say it, y'all are like, show me the way. And so we're doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm excited. Katrina says, what about big feet? Listen, we need to find out what the market is, right? All we know right now is that. All we know is feet pics are good for Black women, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Okay. So this is a session you're going to want to make sure that you set your alert for so that you don't miss it. Okay.
Let's do it. Okay. So I think those are, someone asked if those are the, where'd that go? Our Visa core sessions we're talking about? Yes. If you buy the weekend pass, you'll have access to all of these, except for the ones that are the expanded bonus sessions that go into more depth than these. So for the topics we've talked about now, we haven't given you all the topics yet. We're holding some stuff back.
Yeah.
But for the topics we've given you already, which ones do you want the bonus sessions on?
Yes. Okay. So we need to go back through the list real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So we've talked real estate investing without being a landlord, renting out your primary residence on Airbnb. Oh, we didn't mention a daily session. Sorry, girl. How much investment income is enough?
We changed it a bit. It's how much money is enough. How much money do you need to make the move you want to make in your life? So we're all talking about like getting more money, but when is that money enough to pull the trigger on what you want to do? That's what we're going to talk about in the daily session.
Yes. All right. That's a session that's going to give you some relief. Don't be afraid of learning this number. It always surprises us how many women get far along on the journey of moving abroad or of taking a sabbatical and still don't have that actual number. Once you know that number, seriously, things become much easier for you. Okay, so but I'm supposed to be listing out the sessions. Remote work with Libria, like truly global, like location agnostic work. How to find employers who don't care where you are in the world. Taking your existing job remote, which is a different idea, right? Taking the work you already do remote, teaching online, teaching the thing that you know online, virtual sex work, which includes the phone sex and the feet pics, right? Let's break that up. Phone sex, feet pics. Content creation subscription model, right? The business of being a content creator with paid subscribers. YouTube marketing, right? How to get clients from YouTube, starting a business abroad, starting a business in another country, taxes for expats, and Rashida's session on turning what you already know, taking your skill set and turning that into money, taking your skill set and turning it into some product or service for people on the internet. Okay, so you guys are listing the one or ones you think would make a good bonus session. How's it going?
All right. I don't know that we'll be able to figure it out now, but we are taking your feedback. We're going to take your feedback.
Okay. Break up sex. Oh, I'm like, break up. I'm like, what is that?
Give me a second too. But those would be two different. If we did a bonus session on either one of them, it would be a different bonus session. But we'll talk about it later. We'll figure out what's happening.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm glad you guys are thinking about things that sound like what you would want to move forward with, right? Because that's the point. I want to say one more time, okay? Don't come to Exodus Summit with 18 different, don't leave Exodus Summit with 18 different ideas for how you're going to make money. Okay. Now, we don't do that.
We tell y'all all the time. We told you guys last year, don't join every accountability group for every city. You can't move everywhere.
You can't go everywhere.
Join one, rock it out. Maybe two if you're on the fence. Y'all don't listen. So we know that there are some of you who are going to be like, I am pursuing 5 things right now. And I want you to know that pursuing one diligently is going to get you further than pursuing 5 immediately.
That's right.
Some of y'all not going to listen. And I can't do anything about that. I just give you the info. But know that if you have the all access pass, you'll have access to the sessions for a year. So even if you don't have to move on everything immediately. You have time to come back and say, I tried A, and either I didn't love it or it didn't work for me, or like my personality type, or something's changed in my life and I don't think A is going to work. Let's look at what plan B in this list of categories could be, right? Like, let's do it. And then let's pursue plan B. Plan B, something, maybe you want to do plan B, and you're like, but I could add something else. Let me take a look at plan C. Like, that's a way to have 2, do 1, see how you feel, see if you can add on something else, and then add on something else.
That's right.
Start with some of y'all. So one of you is going to say 18. I know it.
I forgot to tell one. Okay. So in the rundown, I already forgot breaking into tech. Okay. I already forgot that. I'm sorry. Don't forget that one. If it's one that you want the bonus session on, write that in the comments. Okay. Please. I already forgot one. We got a lot. There's a lot of money in this.
And that's why, if you're wondering about whether the $197 ticket is worth it, well, right now, until next week, you'll make your money back. You'll make your money back. If you do anything. If you don't do anything, you're not. Right? Like that. I can't do anything about that. Stephanie can't do anything about that. We are telling you, but if you pursue these into implementation, if you implement these ideas, if you open it up to the public for them to know you're selling something, whether that is anonymously doing phone sex or publicly starting a YouTube, getting clients from your YouTube channel into your business, whatever that is, you will make your money back. But if you sit on this information, you're gonna have some information. You can, and a lot of us are going through different things in our life. We may not be able to implement now.
Right.
If you get the all access pass, you'll have a year to go back and watch those sessions.
That's right.
Here's the secret. We say a year, but it usually means until someone remembers to turn off access. And if it don't cost us no extra money, we don't remember to do it. We don't think about it. The only time something like that ever comes up is we're like, we're paying for this. What are we using it for? And we're like, what are we using it for? We're using it for that. Do we still need it for that? If we're paying for it for this thing, we might as well let it slide. So I think the first, have we ever turned off?
We haven't turned off the first year summit, no.
For a year. And they're still going 2 years later. Okay. Yeah. So when we say a year, we mean at least a year. You have access for at least, we're gonna pay for these programs and the storage for at least a year. And who knows into the indefinite future what that means.
So this is a new thing for Roshida, because she so even though we've been behaving like this, she would never say this. Lawyer Roshida is fading away, y'all. Because Lawyer Roshida used to always be like, no.
You'd be like, no, Stephanie would say, it's lifetime access. That would be like, baby, whose life?
Whose lifetime?
Whose lifetime?
Whose lifetime?
I'm not paying for these. I I don't want to have someone emailing me when I'm 90 talking about I can't access. No, I'm in my rocking chair. Leave me alone. I hate when programs say it's lifetime access because I have learned that a lot of them mean the lifetime of the course, but that don't mean nothing. Like the lifetime of the course does not mean anything. That means you can stop giving me access whenever you feel like stop giving me access, right?
Mhm.
Like that does not mean anything.
No.
It's like,
But still,
no.
for you to say that, and you said the word indefinite.
I did say I said at least a year,
Uh-huh.
and however long after we
Lawyer Roshida, she's fading away. Okay. Lawyer Roshida is fading away, y'all.
yeah.
We're getting retired Roshida. Okay. This is retired Roshida today.
Yes. All right. So a couple questions that I want to touch on.
Yes.
Will there be Q&A and resources available during these live sessions? Yes. Yes. So most of our sessions, I think, will be live and we'll have a Q&A afterwards. The ones that are pre-recorded is because they work better in that format. The speakers will still be there for a Q&A afterwards. And then the bonus section, the bonus talks will also be interactive. Mm-hmm. All right. Will there be multiple sessions held at the same time? No. It's Stephanie and Roshida. We do one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
So you can watch every single session in real time if you want to, or you can watch what you want to watch and go take a nap. And we'll be here when you wake up.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have the schedule for you soon. To me, soon sounds like 10 days. How does that sound when I say 10 days or so?
I feel like soon sounds like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
14 days.
All right. You'll have the actual schedule. Right now, just block off the weekend. We're not even kidding. Okay? We're not kidding. You are not available Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, October 8th, 9th, and 10th. You're not available. Okay? Just block that off now. Mm-hmm. And then once you get the actual summit sessions, you can make sure that you get reminders for the ones that you really want to make sure you hit, right? But for now, just block that whole weekend. I'll do what you need to do today. As we said, this is a 3-step process at least. Buy your ticket, block off the time, and then show up ready.
Okay. So I have 5 questions here right now, and I realize that all of the questions are about potential sessions. And so I want to be as clear as possible. These sessions we've announced now are the only sessions we're sure about. We have other sessions in the works, but until I lock, I'm not, listen, I'm not going to tell you something and then not deliver, right? And so I'm telling you what I know now, and I can't tell you about these other sessions. Like if you don't hear us say it, we're not going to do it. That's pretty much where we are right now. There are some things in the works, but even, I'll say it like this. Someone asked about trading. There's a trading session in the works, but I'm not saying we're doing trading because I don't know, right? Like, because I don't have it locked in yet. So as an example, and to answer one of those questions, I can't say that there is a session until I have a speaker and a date and everything locked in and we've agreed to terms, etc. And so I hope that answers all of your questions about the kind of sessions. I do also want to talk about, are there a couple questions about the type of sessions we're doing? So one of the questions,
right? There's several types of sessions we're not doing.
Is there a session on paying off debt? No. This session is about making money. Adelia's session is going to talk about finances kind of generally, but there's no specific session about paying off debt. It's about making money going forward. A session or talks about buying residency in other countries. I saw that in a couple different comments. Like golden visas and buying residencies. Nope, it's about making money. Making money. What about hands-on jobs that don't transfer to IT, like healthcare workers, etc.? There are going to be a lot of people who are currently working jobs who their skill sets are not necessarily going to be transferable either to tech, right? And some to teaching online or teaching in some kind of way, and others are not going to be transferable remotely. Not all of these sessions are going to fit for everybody. Right. But what we hope you get out of this is that by the end, you're like, I have my main job right now, and I'm going to do it until I leave this country. And when I leave the country, I'm going to leave this job because in the background, I've been working on my side hustle because I figured out at the summit another way to make money, right? We are not saying that we can turn, we're not guaranteeing everybody that we can turn your current way of making money into a different thing, right? Into like either a globally remote job or a job. Right. I think that's pretty much what we're talking about. Like, we're not saying that your current job is all of your current jobs you're going to be able to be globally remote. That's not what we're telling you. We're saying that if your job says no, make a way. Make a way for yourself, right? And we're showing you different ways that you can make a way.
Get them feet out. Get them out. I showed Roshida my feet the other day. I have a really high arch. I'm like, there's money in these feet.
There's
money. There's a whole lot of money.
There's a high arch. And someone asked a question about the specific tech jobs. We're not coming with a list of jobs. We are coming with a person who's worked in tech for a long time and can tell you how you, with your skills, should be thinking about applying, how you can tweak things about how you present to get a job in tech, to help yourself get a job in tech, right? We're not showing up like, these are tech jobs you can apply for.
Right. That's right. This is what you want to hear from the hiring manager, or like what the hiring manager is looking for, what the HR person is looking for in someone. This is what you're going to learn in that session, and how you need to present and position yourself to make this transition.
Yes,
that's right.
Okay. What are you guys most excited about? Tell us. You haven't already put it in.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know. Okay. So you have a good idea, a good grasp on what you will learn during Exodus Summit, and you know how to get registered at exodussummit.com. Okay. Some of the women who are in this live stream chat right now are the very women who you'll be hanging out with that weekend virtually, right? Who you'll be spending time with the weekend of October 8th, 9th, and 10th. And the women you'll be forming accountability groups with and moving forward with and doing all kind of stuff with in the future. You see how this chat is going, how this chat is run. This is what happens when you have a community of Black women together, right? We don't have to deal with a whole lot of foolishness and nonsense and like attention seeking, which you get when you let other people in who are not Black women. A lot of talking over and mansplaining, and we don't deal with that stuff. Exodus Summit is a place where Black women are in charge.
You're centered.
Yes.
And it's a community of love. I had to post this because I think Ebony was one of the skeptics in the beginning who was like, I don't know. I think Ebony was one of our skeptics in the beginning. But she see, we're here for it. We are like, every time we do this, we're like, we don't charge enough for the value y'all get.
We don't.
But we do it for y'all.
Yeah, we like it. We still do it.
FDM says, is there a way, thank you for the donation, FDM, is there a way to donate to support gift tickets to others in the future?
Not yet.
In the future.
Yes.
I should say this now, as lovingly as I can. I'm still in the process of locking down speakers. Mm-hmm. And a summit doesn't happen without speakers. And this has happened every year. And I want to avoid it happening now because I be getting mad in the inbox sometimes, y'all. And Stephanie hides stuff from me in the inbox. She does. So I don't see it. FDM just asked about gifting tickets to others. It's something we do every year. Do not email me about a free ticket at this point in time. Until you hear me. Now, Stephanie, she's not allowed to talk about this. Because Because I'm gonna do it. You know it's gonna be me doing it. And that's why. That's why. Until you hear Roshida say, we have some free tickets that we can give away, which may not happen to the last moment.
Right.
If you can afford to buy a ticket, buy your own ticket. Every year people are like, can I buy tickets for people who can't afford their own tickets? The answer to that is going to be yes to you can buy tickets, and it's going to be yes to we will give away these sponsored tickets. But if you email me for a ticket while I'm still trying to get these speakers locked down, I'm not going to feel very happy.
And Roshida remembers names. It's a special gift she has. She'll remember your name. She'll be like,
I will remember.
Hey, it was time to ask for a free ticket. I remember you.
and I say this because last year, not everyone asked in the nicest manner.
That's right.
There were some demanding people. I've never seen your name before. And you've reached out to us demanding a ticket. And I'm like, I legitimately know our community, and I don't know you as part of a community. And you write in an email that sounds a little rude, demanding a ticket when I'm trying to get this together for everybody. So I'm saying this now. We don't have speakers together. Without speakers, ain't no summit. So we're gonna get the summit locked down tight before we start talking about free tickets. So
but okay, so Roshida said we don't have speakers together. This is not a call for speakers.
No,
okay.
No.
We have contacted everyone. Okay, we're done with that portion as well.
It's not a call for speakers. We have people we're still in talks with, trying to get details locked down, times, making sure they can make it when we need them to, etc. That's what I'm working on. Yes. And so if you email me for tickets, I'm gonna be unhappy. It's not time. And also, don't rely on that. Don't rely on getting it. If you can afford either the $197 or the $39 right now, do it now before prices go up. Don't rely on it, because we don't know how many tickets are going to be. And I don't know how I'm going to choose the people who get tickets.
That's right.
It's not going to be people who are rude to me in the inbox, though. I guarantee.
Definitely not. Because Roshida will remember her name.
I do. I'd be like, that's that one who last week. Where'd she come from? Why she? Stephanie's like, oh, I didn't even put that together. I'm
like, Shelly Thomas says, I don't see where to register for sessions yet. This because you can't yet. I know it may say that on the welcome email from Hey Summit, but you can't yet because we're still organizing the calendar. But once you can, we'll send you. You'll know. Once you can, we'll email it. We'll announce it. We'll go live and tell you, so that you can get your registering for sessions. Just means you will get a reminder for that particular session.
Yeah.
Once you buy your ticket, you're registered for the session. But they just mean, do you want an alert before the session starts so you don't miss it? That's all they mean. But you can't do that yet. We're organizing the calendar.
Wanda Sue says, if we purchase a $39 ticket today, how long do we have to upgrade the ticket? The $39 ticket you buy gets you a $39 credit against the price of the all access pass. That's right. So right now you can upgrade for $197 minus $39. I don't do math on camera. You can upgrade for that amount of money. As of the 12th, you'll be able to upgrade for new price, currently unknown, unstated, minus.
Oh, we can announce the new price if you want.
Did we announce the new price already?
No, but we can.
Go for it.
$247. So the $197 ticket is going up to $247. Okay, so that's another $50. So if that makes a difference for you, go ahead and upgrade before next Monday.
Yes. You will be able to upgrade until the end of the conference, right? If you want to upgrade on the last day, you can. But the earlier you do, the better it will be for all of that stuff.
All of us. That's right. That's right.
I see y'all in the comments talking about the coffee. Why do you hate me?
These are things that Rashida's in charge of.
Why do you hate me?
Rashida's like our customer service person who hates working in customer service. Somehow I've ended up becoming the tech person who hates tech things. We basically chose our are what we're going to handle based on what we like the least.
The least.
I don't know how that happened.
And so but the thing about it is we make it as simple as possible. So every year so far, we've used a coffee card, and people have. Last year we paid for it. The first year we paid for it. Last year people donated, and people used that card to buy coffee in the morning. Last year I remember everyone being very considerate. The first year, some people took advantage of the coffee card. Like I can, when you order coffee, I can see what you're ordering, and some people were buying like 7 drinks. Baby, what is this? And then someplace like Stephanie went to get coffee with her mom, and they couldn't get. Like Stephanie got rejected trying to use it one time. And I'm like, it's our card. So I don't know if there's going to be a coffee card this year because it depends on if we get donations for it. And it depends on how much it stresses me out. Because the coffee card is the thing that pushed me over the edge the first year because it was so much like you can't buy too many cards in one account, and then on your own credit. It was just there was a lot of like Starbucks was rejecting it, and the credit companies were rejecting. It was stressing me out, and then some people showed up with an attitude that was a little short of gratitude and grace, a little short. And then Stephanie was like, I love it. Let's do it again. Let's keep doing it. And I was like, it's so much, it's so hard to do. So we'll see how I feel. Stephanie, since day one, she was like, we should do the coffee again. And I was like, it's because you don't do it. You don't realize how terrible it is to manage. Yeah, all true. Which is why, I don't know if you guys have noticed that we're very good at saying like, this is how I'm in charge of this. So these are my rules. Stephanie's in charge of other things. Those are her rules. Yes. And so, yes, coffee may happen again this year because you guys treated it much better the second year than the first year.
RM says the West Coasters got no coffee. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
By the time y'all were up and moving for the day, that card was done.
And we consistently put money back on the cards, but people were.
Yeah. It's a more complicated thing to organize than you would ever imagine. And last year, like the second year we had fewer attendees. The first year we had free attendees. Okay, I'm just working through things in my mind. First year we had free attendees, and that some of that may have contributed to the coffee hoarding, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
when you do anything for the ticket and then showed up and I think bought actual coffee at Starbucks, and I don't know, coffee pots and stuff. I don't know. But it's a community and we love y'all. And we know that the ones who appreciate it come back every year, and you're the ones we want to work with. So, we may do coffee again this year. West Coast. I
did see the question of will we sell out? So honestly, there is a possibility. We're not close to selling out right now. But if we're getting close, we'll let you know. There's a limit to how many women we can have in certain of our Zooms. So most of the summit is not happening on Zoom, right? Most of the summit happens at exodussummit.com. But for some of these for the bonus sessions, which are Zoom sessions, there is a limit. Is there a possibility that we'll sell out? Yeah. We're not close to selling out today. Okay. We have a large number of women registered. We have a good number, but we're not at the point where you need to be panicked about selling out. But it is a possibility that we just cannot have anybody else coming to these bonus sessions.
I don't know how we got to talking about Law and Order SVU, Greta. I'm thinking talking about DNA. I don't know. I bet I know. I bet I know what's going on. I bet I know. Selling used underwear. I figured out what it was eventually. No, we won't be talking about that. I hadn't even scrolled your comment before I saw like DNA and all the stuff and people tracking you down, and I was like, oh, I know what this is. Because I also watch a lot of Law and Order SVU. So that's open the door. Yes, no, we're not talking about that stuff.
No. All right. Okay, so we've given you the oh, I know what that question was hours ago that I couldn't remember. The question was about the book. Okay, so the last day to get the all access pass and to get the bonus book that we're sending you is today. Okay, after today, you can still get the all access pass, of course, but just not the book bonus. We've told you that the prices increase on the 12th, which is next week, next Monday. And we've announced most of our sessions now. We still have a few, as Roshida said, that are in the works, but we've announced most of our sessions. So you know what you're going to learn, and you know what you need to like get ready to get started with, or you have some ideas. Hopefully, you have some ideas flowing.
Pause for me, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Pause for me. Read this. Read this out loud to the crowd.
Miss Bess. Hi, Miss Bess. Since last year's summit, I got my first remote employment opportunity, first time earning a 6-figure salary, and now have a second remote job, also 6 figures. Miss Bess is winning. Winning.
I don't know how we can take credit for this because I don't have enough details, but I'm taking credit for it.
We take credit for things.
She said since last year's summit, so I know it happened summit related. I'm taking credit.
We take credit. Yes, we take credit for this. Wonderful, Miss Beth.
But yes, we are taking credit for this, Miss Beth. Congratulations.
That's right. That's right. That's putting things into action. That's right. Putting it to work for yourself. The summit is fun and it's nice to hang out with some friends on the internet for a few hours every day. But seriously, it can change your life. Like we know Exodus Summit can change your life. It already has, right? Take the weekend off, get your ticket, and come. We know. Congratulations to you, Miss Bess, to all the women out here winning, thriving.
And even if you can't go live, you can watch the replay and you can still join the accountability sessions. The only thing you won't be able to do is ask questions live, but there will be hundreds of you. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be like 15 or 20 minutes for Q&A. So everybody's not going to get their questions asked anyway, right? Like we're going to have to be pretty selective about the questions we ask. Most of the speakers are going to give you either a way to dive in deeper into the knowledge they have. Like Danny, who is our phone sex person, also has a phone sex course. So if you're like, basically, like if you eat the appetizer and you're like, I liked this, I'm interested in pursuing this, you can get more in-depth information from her about how to get deeper into it, right? But you can get enough information to start at the summit. If you're like, I want to know specifically how to 50 Shades, I don't know, then you can get that from her in depth later on. But if you're like, I just give me the basic stuff and let me see if I can make it work, boom, she'll give you the platforms to use, like the technology you need, the equipment you need, and I don't know, some other stuff, right? So that's to give you an example of what you're getting versus what you're not getting, right? We talked about this before. These are not 6-hour sessions. These are 1-hour sessions, maybe 90 minutes for some of them.
That's right. All right. I see people asking Miss Bess. I assume, Miss Bess, that you went to the session that Libria taught on finding remote work, right? So you don't have to ask her how, just come to the summit. Come to the session, right? Libria's teaching a session on finding remote work, finding true remote work, right? Remote work where you really can be anywhere, work from anywhere type of work, not only work from home in your home state. Since last year's summit, I popped my cherry and did my first short-term sabbatical for 4 weeks, then 6 weeks on a one-way ticket a couple months later. Yes, she did. Biba. Yeah, this is Biba A. Yes, indeed. Yes, she did. Biba been out here living. Right?
In the streets.
Biba been out here living.
Every time I go out, like when Biba's come to Mexico City a couple times, every time I'm out with her, there's some man who's like, I would like to marry you and take me home with me. And I'm like, she's just passing through and they getting obsessed. Just okay, girl. All right. I'm not bitter or jealous or anything. It's fine.
Yes.
Sabbaticals have been treating her well.
They have. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ms. Beth says, it was something about finding remote work. That's right. That's Libria's session from last year. The speakers were so successful, I felt like I could do it too. This is putting it into practice, right? Getting your money's worth. Get your money's worth, y'all. Get your money's worth. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So Libra is back this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
This could be you. This could be you.
So Simi says, I'm from Canada, so wondering if some speakers have experience from that perspective. Because we're talking specifically about how to make money online, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of ways in which it's what we're talking about isn't applicable, right?
Mm-mm.
Like,
that's right.
If you want to learn how to make a course online, I don't think it matters what country you're in, as long as there's a platform that you can use in that country. And in Canada, you can use a lot of the same platforms. You can use a lot of different platforms, right? So if you're in Albania, you might not have all of the exact same platforms that the speakers have access to. But there's a very good chance that for whatever topic you're interested in, there will be another platform that you could use. If you Google, YouTube equivalent in Albania, something will pop up, right? And so because platforms are the only thing that I think are going to be country specific, and most of the platforms
and taxes.
And taxes. Taxes are going to come from an American perspective. You're right. But I think taxes is really the only one where the core information is going to be country specific. Everything else is going to be general.
That's right.
About like how to do things online.
That's right. This is probably the most this is probably the year when, because we always have women from the Caribbean, from Canada, women from the UK in the summit. We always have women from, if you're an English speaking woman, or, if you're an English speaking Black woman, come on, join us. But this is probably the year that it's the most helpful to everyone, because we're talking money. Everyone uses money. Everyone makes money. Maybe in previous summits, talking about a sabbatical doesn't make sense if your job already offers you a sabbatical, a paid sabbatical. You don't have to do a whole lot of planning and negotiating and quitting. It's just, you just go in and give them a piece of paper, right? But this year, talking about money, this is the year that this summit is helpful to Black women who are English speaking. If you're a Black woman who speaks English and you want to work towards some move abroad money or some sabbatical money, or some just do whatever you want money, whatever. Come on, join us at Exodus Summit, exodussummit.com. Get your ticket, get your ticket. I think you like us, right? You're here, you're still here with us. You like us because you know that we can get you the outcome that you're looking for. So come on.
Sonia's outcome.
Sonia.
She attended last year's summit, and then girl moved to Playa del Carmen. She said it was a 5-month sabbatical, but girl, she moved there. I don't know what she's talking about. Hot air, it's not just the ability. When we talk about sabbaticals, it's not just not working. It's what not working or not working around them same people you've been working around every day. What that opens up space in your life for.
Yeah.
It opens up space in your life to do things that you may have never even considered before.
Yeah.
Right? We want this for you. We want you to go where you want to go, do the things you want to do, and make the money doing it.
That's right. That's right. Live out your dreams. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. Sonia's going back to Playa next month. Yeah, she did move there. She did. Sonia's in the Playa del Carmen, or was in the Playa del Carmen accountability group, the group that just everybody moved.
Everybody was like, we live here now. This is our spot. I told her my mom went to visit. She was like, I think I live here now too.
She did.
She hung out with the ladies in Playa for one day. I left her alone for one day, and she was like, I think I live in Playa del Carmen now. I said, I've been here at the computer all day working, and you move? You know what? Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So y'all ready?
We're ready.
Y'all ready?
All right. Okay. So we've talked about the sessions. We've talked about the money, the price, the ticket. Okay. Get your ticket at exodussummit.com, October 8th through 10th. So 3-step process, at least a 3-step process. Buy your ticket, block off your calendar, And then come to the sessions, right? Come to the sessions that are for you. Come to the sessions ready to take some notes and get started. All right. Okay. This is what we do.
Yeah. Media Mama Chick asked, how quick are the replays? I believe they are immediate. I am not promised. The way the system works, they should be immediate.
Yeah.
But I don't run the system, right? Like I am not a programmer on their system. So could there be a hiccup? Could there be a delay? There wasn't. We're using the same platform we used in 2020. There wasn't as far as I know, there were no delays in 2020. But
yes,
it's online stuff. You know, I can't guarantee what they're gonna do, right? So it the way it's set up, it should work automatically.
Yes.
As soon as not like in the middle of it, but as soon as it's over, there should be a replay available.
That's right. That's right.
And that is the lawyer in me being alive still. Very much like, I do not have an answer to your question because I'm not in charge of that. No, she's sorry, Kate. Mama's in Merida. She just went to PUC and got distracted. The Playa ladies were distracted. They were having fun. My mom was like,
Rashida's mom was 100% certain that she was moving to Merida until she had hung out with the women in Playa del Carmen. I mean, it was like a siren's call. They were pulling her. But she was strong enough to withstand their peer pressure, and she went ahead and moved herself to Merida. But was it really one day? Y'all were
there for longer, but it was one day when they went Sandra posted in like the group somewhere, we're going to the beach today. Does anyone want to come? And I said, Mom, you want to go to the beach? And she was like, I could do that. I did not see, I was messaging her. We're supposed to all meet for dinner. And I was messaging her like, Mom, are you alive? I haven't heard from you. She didn't respond. Sandra messaged me like, I got your mama. She's fine. I said, no, you weren't even going to get back to me? Okay. It's fine.
Rashida's mom is one of our success stories. with bumps, with hiccups, but she's one of our success stories. Yes. Okay.
All right. Okay, all access VIP pass, Jones Paper Emporium. The vibe of this group today. Okay, so this is the vibe that we have live, which is why there are no men.
No men.
No non-Black people.
No non-Black people.
We cannot stop them from buying tickets to watch, but in any of the interactive sessions. Now, if you identify as a woman, come through. If you identify as a woman, you probably don't interact online like men do, right? And so we try not to police people, like,
right.
But if you show up with your husband sitting next to you and he doing the talking and you have not clearly identified that he identifies as a woman, we don't ask him kindly to leave. Right? Like.
That's right. Black women. This is like Roshida said, this is how things go in this community. This is how we do things here. So if you've enjoyed hearing the success stories and seeing Black women cheering Black women on and answering each other's questions, and right, this is what we do. This is the Exodus Summit community, right? And this is what Exodus Summit will feel like on a bigger scale. Like, that's right.
Yes, and we love it. We're really excited. Stephanie and I, we don't like to work.
No, we don't.
So we are looking at ways that we're like, how can you put some money in your pocket without doing a lot of work?
That's right. We're not here to get you. We're not here to teach you how to do things that are going to wear you out, right? Burn you out, drain you. No, because we wouldn't do it. There's some things that we could have. There's some sessions we could have had, but I'm not doing that, and I don't want them doing it. We decided.
There are sessions we're going to have, and some of y'all will know what they are, especially for Stephanie. There are sessions we're going to have that even both of us are going to be like, no, I'm not interested. But we know some of y'all are.
Yes.
And so we're going to do it. But we want you, just like we are, we're going to attend them all, right?
Yeah.
But we're not going to implement them all. You don't even have to a reason to attend something you don't want to do, right? If you're like breaking into tech, nah. Working for the man, not for me. You ain't got to go. Like, truly, there's no problem with you not attending, taking that time to paint your toes because you know what's coming next, right? Like, you're free to do as much or as little of this as you want to do. We just will caution you again against trying to do everything at one time.
Yeah. Please don't. Please. Okay. Please.
All right.
Thanks for the super chat, friends. Okay, we appreciate it. We'll put it to our own coffee, and we'll see what happens with the thing, with the coffee cards.
I think last year stressed me out because like the you guys were giving us money the day before it started.
Yeah.
The night, like we talked at night. We talked that night. I think at like 10 o'clock at night, money was coming in, and I was like, I have to.
I'm tired.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Before we start them, between like the 10 o'clock at night and the 7 o'clock when I start this, I had to like get coffee organized.
Yeah.
A little stressful.
We'll do it a better way this time. If we do it,
we'll do it a better way.
We'll do it, but earlier. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Stephanie doesn't get a vote unless Stephanie wants to do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, Stephanie don't want to do it. Look at her face.
But
you're not going to do it, right?
We may be able to get someone to help.
Oh, wait, you see, Stephanie's like, we may find somebody else to do it because Stephanie ain't doing it. Stephanie ain't doing it. If y'all get coffee, Stephanie did not do that. She might have found someone to help us do it, but Stephanie ain't doing it. We're very clear about our personal boundaries. Stephanie ain't doing it. But she gonna suggest that I do it and stress myself out.
No, I said we can maybe find help.
Yeah. Yes. All right, friends. We've talked about coffee. Woo, we've talked about everything. We will tell you when we start accepting community donations. It's not now. And I think we're going to try to limit how we do that. Last year, it came in like 7 different platforms.
Yeah.
It'll be more organized this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Ansel asks, is there a virtual happy hour on Friday evening? We're going to show up on Friday and talk to you about something. We don't know about what at this time. Mm-hmm. There's a good chance there will be alcohol in one of our glasses. Mm-hmm. The night before the summit starts, there's a good chance one of us will be sipping on wine. At all of these sessions, bring whatever you want. Bring your cup. I keep going back to this. Y'all remember that video of Lil Wayne saying, it's my cup. Like, why are you worried about what's in my cup? It's my cup. It's your cup. Mm-hmm. You want a little virtual sip? You want to drink coffee at 10 p.m. like some of y'all weirdos do? Do it.
Mm-hmm. We do have a virtual happy. Do we have a virtual happy hour planned?
We have a virtual happy hour, but we haven't announced it yet. There is, so Friday evening is not an official virtual happy hour, but there will be a virtual happy hour unless we decide that there's a session we want to do that is more important than drinking with y'all.
Okay.
With them. Don't tell them though.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We've been here way longer than we expected. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. We'll see you in October and before then. Next week, before the price goes up, we'll remind you that prices are going up, but don't wait. Because y'all know you've been missing our emails and our lives and the notifications. Mm-hmm. And once the price goes up, it don't go back down. There's no exceptions. There's no
sales. We don't do sales. We don't do sales. That's not in our vocabulary. We don't do that.
There's no, the system didn't work when I tried. None of it. Mm-mm. I see you, Kat. I see you. Why are you about to talk about us like this?
Kat.
To do.
Yes.
And the last quarter of the year with a bang. Yes. Okay. Friends, tell friends.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Once you bought your ticket, there's a button where you can share it.
That's right.
Share it with your friends. I was talking to a friend this year and she was like, I didn't know you did this. And I'm like, do I not talk about this enough?
It's so funny.
Like I've been doing this for years. But I have friends who don't know I do this. So if you have friends who you think will be interested in this kind of thing, even if they don't want to move abroad, if they're just like, how can I get a little bit more folding and less jangling in my pocket? Like tell them to come through. We're talking about folding money, not the jingle jangle, right? Tell them to come and we will, on the 8th, how late will the sessions go? Girl, I don't know. Right now, I plan for probably nothing will go past 8 p.m. Eastern time any day. And probably nothing will start before 8 a.m. Eastern time any day. But the exact schedule isn't available until y'all see it. Until then, it's just me moving stuff around on a calendar, y'all.
That's right.
All right. No, the book hasn't come out yet. The book doesn't come out until after the summit.
That's right. Book is on pre-order, so you won't get the book until after the end of the summit. After the summit. Yes.
Is there a business contact email? hello@exodussummit.com.
Yes. All right. That is our business contact email.
All right, friends.
We are accepting sponsors. Thank you. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Not
you are a corporate sponsor, not if you want to sponsor the summit, not by giving us cash for tickets or coffee, which we appreciate. So we're going to call those community sponsors. If you want to be a community sponsor, hold please. If you want to be a sponsor of the summit, email us at hello@exodussummit.com.
That's right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to meet with our accountability partners. All right.
Yes.
We got to go.
I'm excited. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.